Cambridge ICT 25 June paper 22 word processing. The exam always starts with you have been supplied with the following source files. We check that source files are available on your desktop. Okay. Task 1 evidence. Open the file J2522 evidence.rtf. This is the file J2522 evidence. RTF stands for rich text format. When you double click on it, it opens in Word. However, it is not 100% compatible with Office 21. You need to do a save as. You will need to do a save as and change the format from RTF into Word. So let us double click, and this is the evidence file open in Microsoft Word. Maybe you need to click on this button to enable. Maybe. Okay. Make sure that your name, center number, and candidate number will appear on every page of this document. So insert, header, and blank header is okay. Choose blank header. Okay. And put your name, your center number, e.g. something, your candidate number, 4 digits. Okay. These represent your details. And then close header and footer. Save this document in your work area. Work area means that folder. This folder now is your work area. Save this document in your work area as, so you need to do save as. And give it the name, evidence, all capital, followed by your candidate number. But there is one thing additional I will do. I will file, save as, and then browse. When you click on the button browse, you directly go to your work area. This time it is 25 June, paper 22. First, you change the format from rich text format into Word. Not explicitly mentioned in this question. However, very soon we will do the word processing and it will be explicitly mentioned. Put the file name evidence followed by your candidate number. Evidence all capital. They count for capital and small letters. You click on button save, and this warning is very familiar. I just click OK. It's because you are upgrading from rich text format RTF into Word 2019 or 2021 or whatever application you are using. Okay, so this is the evidence, and this is how every time you need to do the evidence. You will need your evidence document during the examination to place screenshots when required. Okay? Let us do now task 2 document. They never say word, they never use commercial names. It is called document production. Okay? Task 2 document. You are going to edit a document about marathons. They usually give you a scenario, a story, as if you are working in a company or working on a project. They make the text and pictures and everything as realistic as possible. However, they always use a fictitious company name called Tawara. They always use it. Okay, the company uses a corporate house style. You are familiar with the styles. Styles make the document really well organized. So for all their document, paragraph styles, we will be dealing with paragraph styles, must be modified. So in this exam, you will be given a style already created and be asked to modify. Maybe it will not ask you to create a new style. They usually do, but not in this question. Okay? So, paragraph styles must be modified and applied as instruction. This is just an introduction. Everything will be mentioned in the question. Using suitable software package, open the file J2522 marathon.rtf. So you need to double click. This is marathon and it is rich text format. Again, you double click on it and it opens in Microsoft Word. Maybe again, you need to click on that button to enable editing. Okay, so open the file J2522 marathon.rtf. The page setup is set to A4. Okay, already done. Portrait, it will be in portrait with 2 centimeters margin. Margins, we have top, down, left, right margins. All of them are already set to 2 centimeters. Do not make any changes to these settings. Okay, I will just show you how these things are done. I will just show you. So if you ever need to change the page per size or the layout, you need to go to layout, and this is size, and it is already A4. Don't change it. And orientation, and it is portrait. Don't change it. And margins, custom margins, they are all 2 centimeters. Don't change them. Okay? You have seen how things are done. Okay, don't change them. 4 styles have already been created. The file comes with 4 styles. We will look at them. We will look at them in time. In time. Maybe we can look at them now. So if you ever need to deal with the styles, you click on that button and you can see here you have a style called body, you have a style called subhead, and table and title. Okay, let's leave them for now. Okay, we will be very careful. We will only change whatever is meant to be changed. Okay, we will preserve all the original settings. Do not make any changes to these styles unless instructed. Okay, just leave them for now. Save the document in your work area with the file name marathon. Again, we will do save as. However, this time, make sure it is saved in the format of the software you are using, explicitly demanding that you save it in Word format, not RTF like it is. Okay, so you need to do file and then save as. And when you click on browse, you go directly to your work area, which is 25 June, paper 22. You put the new file name, that is marathon, M capital, and make sure it is saved in the format of the software you are using. Change it from rich text format to the one on the top. Make it Word. Okay? And click on save. And you are familiar with this warning. Okay. Okay, we have done that. Now the exam is asking for an evidence. Place in your evidence document a screenshot to show this file has been saved. After the file has been saved, maybe you need to take a screenshot of its name in your work area. Make sure there is evidence of file type. Okay, this is your work area. And this is the file marathon. Okay, please make sure that the full name is already in here. Microsoft Word document. If it is not totally visible, maybe you need to resize the column with the file type. Okay, I think now the picture is ready. This is my folder. This is the file called Marathon, and the file type is Microsoft Word doc. Okay. Start your snipping tool program. Just search for SN. Okay. Search for your snipping tool program. Okay. Click on new. The screen becomes gray. And then highlight this area. Maybe this is my only area of interest. Okay. Now it is copied. Go to your evidence file, and this is step 1 evidence, and click on button paste. Now I have an evidence that the file is saved with the file name Marathon and the type is Microsoft Word. properly inserted in your evidence document. Your evidence document has the file name and the header of each file. I just advise you to click on button save. Keep clicking on button save every now and then. Okay? Next, place in the header. It is very critical that your details are on every page before you print. Okay? Place in the header of the marathon document your name, center number, and candidate number, right align. In the header means at the top, and right align means on the right side. Okay? So this is the marathon file. And then insert header. This time I need 3-column header. Why? To be able to position my name on the right. Okay? So better, I advise you to use 3-column header. Okay? Put your details on the right, name, and then your center number, e.g. something, and then a space or a comma, it doesn't matter. And then your candidate number. However, please remember to remove this and remove this. They are totally unnecessary, and the exam will tell you make sure no other text or placeholder are in the header or footer. Okay? What else? Place in the footer. Automated page number, right align. Okay, another time. Insert footer, also 3-column footer. Okay, and you go to the bottom right because the file, the page number must be on the bottom right. And then insert, and this is page number. This is page number. I advise you to use current position plain number. Page number, current position, plain number. See, now page number 1, maybe the next page will be page number 2, 3, and so on. Again, remember to get rid of these. Now I think headers and footers are properly created. Close header and footer and click on button save. We click on button save more than often. Okay, make sure that. Let us read those 3 advices and hopefully everything will be fulfilled. All alignments match the page margin. When you use 3-column, margin on the left or the middle or the right, they are correctly aligned to the margins. No other text and placeholder are included. I removed them. The headers and footers are displayed on all pages. If you are properly using headers and footers, they will appear on every page. Okay, so these 3, make sure I'm already taking care of them. Okay, at the start of the document, on a new line, enter the title. Okay, go to the document. Close header and footer. We are done with the header and footer. You need to insert a new line at the start of the document. Put the pointer here and press on the button insert. Press on the button enter. Okay, all text is moved down 1 line. Go with the arrow or put the pointer here in the top in that empty line at the top of the document, and please type using your keyboard this text: marathon information. Okay, and watch for the case sensitive capitalization and the spelling. It is worth 1 mark. If you make 1 typing mistake, you will lose 1 mark, as if you have written nothing. Okay? Apply the TM title slide to the title entered, to the title text entered in step 3. Means this. Okay. Let us open now the Styles Manager. This is called the Styles Manager. Open it and highlight this text and apply to it TM-title. Okay, exactly as instructed. TM dash style. Okay? Okay. Next, the style named TM body. Let us investigate and see what's in the document. If you put the pointer here, the style applied to this text is TM body, and this is normal because body refers to the body of the document. Let us also check this. This has the style TM dash subhead. Okay. Okay, what else do we have? Maybe this is normal. It should have been, this should have been TM dash table. Wait until the exam tells you. Don't do anything. Don't do anything unless instructed. Okay. Put the pointer here somewhere. Put the pointer here somewhere in the first paragraph. And the first paragraph has the style TM dash body applied to it. Let us read the question. The style TM dash body has already been created. Yes, it is created. Stored and applied. Yes, it is applied to the paragraph. Maybe it is applied to everywhere in the document except for the title and the subtitle. Okay? You are asked to modify the style. So only the following formatting is applied. And that word only means any unnecessary enhancements must be removed. We will be very careful because if there are any hidden enhancement and you forget to remove, you will lose 1 mark. And the whole thing is 2 marks. Okay, let us modify this TM dash body. Go to it, don't click on it. Click on that arrow on the right of it and then get that modify command. Okay, the style name is TM dash body. Okay, as required. It is a paragraph style. Yes, we always create paragraph styles. And it is based on normal. Yeah, they didn't mention this here, but it should be based on normal. Okay? Okay. The font style should be sans serif. Sans serif means a font without decoration. When the exam asks you about sans serif, you would rather make the font Arial. Make the font Arial. Okay? What else? Font size 11. Instead of 14, make it 11. And alignment justified. I have these 3 buttons. This is left, center, and right alignment. But I need justified. It's not in here. You need to be able to locate and find. Okay, go to format paragraph. Go to format paragraph. And this is alignment left, make it justified. And click on K. When it is justified, it is properly aligned from the left to the left and right margins, both at the same time. Okay, enhancement none. Remove that italic thing. If you keep that italic thing, that italic is coming with the style from the examiner itself, himself. No, just remove it. And make sure there are no other enhancement. You can read this text. Format, font, nothing. Okay, okay. So with that word, only the following formatting is applied. This means if you have additional enhancements, you should remove. Otherwise, you lose 1 mark. And line spacing. Line spacing and space before and space after, they are all in format paragraph. Format paragraph. Okay? This is line spacing. Make it 1.5 line spacing. And spacing before 0 pt, spacing after 0 pt. Okay? Click on button OK. And when I click on OK, changes will reflect to this text. Look, the file, because the style body is already applied to this text. Okay? Click on button save every now and then. Take a screenshot evidence of how you have modified the TM body style and the setting applied. Place this in the evidence document. Again, click on this arrow and get modify. I think this is the screen you should picture. Run or open your snipping tool. Click on this plus, and then the screen becomes gray. Highlight only this area. But before you are able to go to switch to the other Word file, you need to close this dialog box. Okay, close that window, go to the other file, and this is step 5 evidence. There are no evidences for other steps. And click on button save every now and then. Okay, locate the table. Let's move to another skill, dealing with tables. And this looks really new. Let us study this. Locate the table in the document. Where is that table in the document? Here it is. This is the table. Maybe on your computers, those grid lines are totally invisible. They should. They should be invisible. They will not show when you print the document. For some good reason, my computer is just showing some gray lines. Okay? What do I have to do with the table? Locate the table. Delete the entire column and content of the heading rating. Okay, I will look forward for one little thing. Please look with me. I will read through, format the column, format the left column, take a screenshot, select. Nothing about showing borders. I have to deal with that table with borders invisible. Fortunately, on my computer, I can see gray borders. You have to be very skillful to be able to deal with columns and rows in a table with their borders invisible. Okay, let us try to do this. Locate the table, delete the entire column and content with the heading rating. Okay, I need to get rid of this. Highlight the entire column so that when you right click, you get that command, delete columns. If you don't get delete columns, it will not work properly. Okay, I have delete columns. Click on it and it is gone. The column and its contents are gone. Okay, excellent. Format the left column of the table so that it looks like the left column in this table. In recent exams, they give you a picture, they give you a diagram, and they say, okay, do something similar to this. They don't tell you exactly what you should do. Like, for example, let us look in details. I think those cells already have merge cells applied to them. Also, the text is rotated. Okay, let us try, and the text is in white and the background is in black. Okay, let us try to do this. First, highlight cells in the entire column. I know the column could be, borders could be invisible for you. Okay, highlight cells in the entire column. And then right click, merge cells. Now they became a single cell. Okay, I would like to rotate the text. Okay, I can tell you where to look for what you want to do. Maybe you don't remember how to do it, just look for it. Or maybe even you haven't seen before, just try to find it. Okay, when you have a table, you have a menu here called table design and a menu here called table layout. Anything related to the table will be in those two menus. Also, there is another thing you may do. You may right click. Okay, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for text direction. Okay, so right click on the cell and select text direction. right click, text direction. I think this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so click on this, the text is rotated. However, I need the text to be in the middle, both vertically and horizontal. Let us try. This is home, this is center. Okay, it is centered in one way, but not in the other. If you want to be able to control it the way you wish, look on these menus in table layout. I think this is the button I wanted. This is the button I'm looking for. Yeah, it looks now as instructed. What else shall I do? I will make the color of the text white. I will make the fill black. Okay? Home, and this is font color, make it white. And if you want to make the fill in black, use this button. Okay? And choose black. I think now I have achieved all what is needed. I think. Okay? So format the left, and this is worth 4 marks. You need a lot of skills in dealing with tables. Okay? Next, format the left column to have a width of 1.5 centimeters. I want the width of this shaded column to be 5 centimeters. Where to look for? Right click. I think I will go into table properties. Right click. Actually, I want cell properties. But first go into table, but make sure your insertion point is in here. Because the command I will give, I would like it to be applied to this cell. Right click, table properties, and then column, preferred width. Make the preferred width 1.5 centimeters and click on button OK. Yes. Okay. Again, right click, table properties, and column preferred width 1.5 centimeter. The exam wants you to take a screenshot of this. Okay, look at the exam. The exam is saying take a screenshot evidence to show the column width set at 1.5 centimeter. Place this in your evidence document. The exam wants a screenshot of this, of that column preferred width 1.5 centimeters. Snipping tool, new, picture this. You need to click on button OK before you are able to move to the other file, step 8 evidence, and paste here. And click on button save every now and then. Okay? Excellent. Let's carry on. Select the subheading history and the following text. Maybe it will ask about making 2 columns. Okay? I want you to be familiar with what will be going on. Okay, select the subheading history and the following text up to and including the paragraph ending their best performance. Let us first highlight history. Highlight starting from history all way down to yes, just before the last paragraph. Okay, identify their best performance. Okay, I highlighted as instructed. What next? Change the page layout. So only this text is displayed in 2 columns of equal width with 1 centimeter space between the columns. Okay, go to page layout. Go to layout. And this is columns. Don't use this too. Go to more columns and use this too. Why? Because you have to make sure that the spacing is 1 centimeter. Okay? And also make sure that this is ticked equal column width. It is by default. And click OK. See, only the highlighted part of text is now formatted in 2 columns. Click on button save. The table is split. Don't mind now. At the end of the exam, they will ask you to make sure that the table is not split among 2 columns or page, but not now. Maybe things will change. You will insert a picture or so, and things will change. Okay, import the image. Import the image J2522 history.jpg and place it in the paragraph beginning. Legend has it. Where is that? You can do find. You can do find if you can. Yes, I have found it. Legend had it that the. Oh, yes, this is the text. Okay. Put the pointer here before the L of legend. Okay. And insert picture, this device. Go to the desktop. And this is 25 June paper 22. And this is the picture provided with the source. Okay. Maybe we will need to resize and modify the picture. Okay. Reflect the image so that the man faces the left. I need to do flip. This button is called rotate. This button, please notice that when you have a picture, you have here picture format, a menu called picture format. You click on that button. Maybe some computers, the word rotate is not visible. So know the button by its shape. Click on it. I think flip horizontal. Now the man is facing the left. Okay? What else? Format the image so that it is resized to a width of 3 centimeter with aspect ratio maintained. What is meant by maintaining the aspect ratio? When you change the width, the height changes proportionally, so the image doesn't change. I want the width of 3 centimeters. Again, we are using picture. And this is the width. Go to the width and put here 3 and click enter. Your computer default unit is centimeters. Just type 3 and click enter. And notice also the height is reduced with the same proportion. And this is what is meant by the aspect ratio maintained. Okay. It is aligned to the right column. I cannot do this until I do wrap text first. Okay. So let me do this first and then go to the one before. The text wraps around the image. I would like the text to flow around the image. This is called text wrapping. Yeah, here is wrap text in the same menu, format picture. I always use square. When you use square, the text flows around the picture. Having done that, I may now drag it to the right side of the column. And top of that, now you can drag it. And make sure it is really on the left and really on the top. I think now it is. Okay, click on button save. Okay, not so much left. The question will finish very soon. Apply the TM table style to only columns 2 and 3 of the table. Let us go back to the table. Fortunately, now the table is all together on one side. It's not split anymore. Okay, and also I have the styles window open. Okay? Highlight those two columns except the black one and click on TM table so the TM table style is applied to those two tables. The style is already done by the examiner. You just need to apply it. Okay. Make sure that all the text of each row displays on one line. I think. I think without text wrapping. Yeah, it is already. I have nothing to do. Okay, 1 point black. See, this is what I was looking for. I wanted to apply black border. But the examiner is very mean. Why? Because it's putting it after the picture. Okay. I managed successfully to deal with the table with invisible border. It was a bit harder, but I managed. A black point internal and external grid lines are displayed when printed. Okay, let us do this on 2 steps because I want to explain it in details. You want some borders to show, highlight the whole table, click on that plus. Click on that plus to make sure the whole table is highlighted. Otherwise, that black column is not highlighted. Highlight the whole table with that plus. And then click on this and select all borders. Now there are all borders visible. However, again, I have applied borders. However, I am not sure if border thickness now is 1 pt or 1 point as instructed. Highlight the whole table with plus. Click on that arrow and go to borders and shading. See, the applied border width is half pt. Okay, just make it 1 pt. Pt comes from point. And click on K. Borders are a bit thicker now. And this is what the exam wants. Okay, next. The table borders and all data fit within the column width. They do. This is the left margin. This is the right margin. This is the left margin. Everything is okay. Only one thing left. There is a 6 point space after the table. Unfortunately, I don't have the option of adding space after table. However, I can highlight on the paragraph or the line following the table and put space before. 6 points, space before. So highlight this line, right click and select paragraph. And here spacing before, make it 6. 6 point space before and leave the space after. Okay, it looks like there is 6 point after the table. However, actually it is 6 points before the paragraph that comes after the table. It's okay. I'm almost done. Spell check and proofread the document. First click on button save and let us see, are there any typing mistakes? Okay. Even if your name is underlined in red as a typing mistake, do not correct because this is your name. Probably it's not in the English dictionary. Okay. Only correct obvious mistakes. Okay, let us look. This is an obvious mistake. This is a real misspelled word. Okay, right click, and this is the correct suggestion. Okay, what else? Another obvious mistake. Right click, and this is the correction. Okay, in the mark scheme, they will look for particularly these two words and make sure they are corrected. They're worth 1 mark. Again, click on button save. What else? The table is not split. Now the table is not split. Okay. What else? No widow or orphan. There is one option I would like to apply to the to the whole file to make sure there are no widows or orphan. Just select all. Click on this and select the whole file. And anywhere, right click, paragraph. However, you need to go to line and page breaks and make sure this is a tick. Now this is a dash. Widow orphan control. Make it a tick. So it is to apply to the whole document. Okay. Nothing happened. It's okay, okay. But for example, widow orphan is when there is a single line alone in a column or a page. No widows or orphan. I think it is fine now. No blank pages. The original styles are maintained. Spacing is consistent. I think everything is properly formatted now. Save the document using the same file name and format used. Just click on button save. Print the document. We need to print. However, if we are here because of online, we can just print to PDF until you get yourself a real printer. In the final, you need to do real printing. Okay, so this is print and select Microsoft Print to PDF. Okay, and click on print. It will ask you for a file name. Please go to the desktop. Your work area is 25 June paper 22 and give it any name. I will call it step 13. And save. Let us look at the printout. Yeah, here it is. The printout will look something like this. Your name is there. The document is properly formatted. Okay. Now we have completely achieved all the marks required by this task. Thank you so much for your attention.